What is up? Sorry, I was trying to decide if I'm gonna do. I wish they connected Instagram on here. I was trying to decide if I was gonna do Instagram. Um, hey. All right, so y'all know the drill. Let's put any questions in here. This will be a quick one. I've got a good merger call coming up here in what 14 minutes now. But I wanted to, man, that is weird. My connection is unstable. Looks like it may have gotten a little bit better. Cool. So we got a couple folks from Facebook, got a couple folks from LinkedIn. Uh, I think LinkedIn is really underrated, especially for lives. And YouTube is popping in. YouTube's popping in. So I want to talk through franchise. We just got an amazing listing for any of y'all that are looking to do a deal in Colorado on a franchise. So it got me thinking about one of my very first deals that changed my life. As a lot of y'all know my story, bought a internet business. That was my realization that you could buy income instead of trying to run it from scratch. I realized like once that business kind of went its course, really, just because of the market, it failed. You know, I was down in the dumps, had dropped out of college, didn't know what I was going to do, and was just trying to figure things out. And one of the things that I realized was, you know, with franchises, there was this sense of longevity. And I think, you know, when you're trying to build wealth, if you're, you know, I don't know, not as wealthy and you're trying to build wealth, the toughest part is if you have these setbacks. And if you are starting a business or running a business and you have one of those setbacks, you know, you're already starting from behind the goal line. So you're already starting from behind the start line. So you're kind of starting negative off the bat. And if you kind of put everything into a business, a lot of times you're taking on debt, you know, you're pouring all your time into it. And if that thing doesn't work, you're in such a worse position because you've got that debt, you've got that lost time where you're not going to benefit from even just long-term things like putting money into retirement and all of those things. And so it's just I think, you know, one of the things, and y'all know I'm very passionate about this. I just think people do a disservice to people that are trying to build wealth by telling them the best way is to start a business from scratch, because the odds are against them. And if it doesn't work, like it just puts them in a worse position than they are when they started. So I think the two ways to get around that, one is buying an existing business. The other is acquiring a franchise. And the absolute best is definitely buying an existing profitable franchise. So my first deal when I got kind of out of the internet business, trying to just figure things out, I ended up buying a little mortgage company. And that kind of gave me the cash that I needed to go and buy a franchise. So I bought a franchise business in the clothing space, and not one that I would recommend now. This is like 20 years ago, but it got me into this world of franchising. And some of the benefits that I realized immediately were, number one, the banks were willing to finance. You know, here I was, a broke kid, had a business that failed, and so I was shocked that like they were willing to finance me. And the reason was that, you know, franchises just have this high success rate. One of the things that I think more entrepreneurs should be concerned about is the financeability of their idea. If you have no investors that want to invest, you have no bank that wants to lend. A lot of people think, oh, the banks are against the entrepreneur. That kind of thing. No, the banks aren't against entrepreneurs. They're just for their money. And if you have a lot of people that want to give you money for your idea, that alone is a good sign. So having banks that want to give you money for your idea is actually a really great sign, because it's just outsourcing your due diligence. having investors that want to invest. It's outsourcing your due diligence. You're having these other people, but then you also have these other parties that want you to succeed. And so that was the first thing that was like a stark contrast. The other thing, though, is I was filtering, and this is what I encourage people that are looking to do an acquisition in the franchise space now. A big part of me figuring out which deal I wanted to do was I had to make money quickly. There are plenty of ideas, and there are great businesses out there where you have to spend a lot of time building up to break even. So it could be 6 months, could be a year, but you're just slowly cracking away at your overhead to get to break even. Then, maybe 6 months down the line, a year down the line, you're making money. Totally normal in businesses. What I wanted to do is filter out the deals that took that 6 months to a year. And quite honestly, I was trying to make money like month one. And so I had a few concepts where that was possible. Now, you still have the build up before launch. So you still lose, you still have to, if it's a new unit as opposed to buying an existing unit, you still got those, 3-4 months of putting money in every single month and trying to get the build out done, buying inventory, getting equipment, even starting to hire people. All those things are just expenses, quite frankly. So you're spending money, but my goal was when we open, I want to make money the very first month, and that was what ended up happening. So my first month as a franchisee, I want to go ahead and give y'all, I don't want you to feel like it's clickbaity with the title, but my very first month in my first franchise, we ended up doing about $45,000 in gross revenue. And there was a pretty amazing margin of close to 30%. So, ended up doing about 15,000 net. And, my mind was blown because even as as somebody who had kind of dabbled and had my own businesses, to be able to take a system and just follow it step by step and have money come out on the other end was just nuts. It was a little bit of a paradigm shift, like when I bought my first business and realizing, oh, wow, I could just make income from, just buying this business. Somebody else has already done the work. Well, franchise is similar in that somebody's already done the work to figure out the system. And, being able to buy that and follow those steps and then produce a profit was a big game changer. That's what led to me doing, 9 different franchises and 4 different concepts, and why I am a very big fan. So let me say hi to some folks. I do have a call coming up. So we'll make this one a quick one. And if you're interested in a franchise, reach out. We've got some really cool opportunities. Broker at goodmerger.com. We'll get you connected with a merger specialist, and they'll help you find the right deal for you. Kino, what is up? Thanks for popping in. Says hi, Ace. We got Jasmine, says hola, ¿cómo estás? Hace mucho tiempo que no verte. Muchas gracias. All right. We'll make it a quick one. Thank y'all for popping in. Let me know if y'all are interested in the franchise stuff. Happy to talk more. There's some really just really cool deals. I think right now is a great time. We see what's going on in every other asset class, but franchise is just really killing it in the market right now. So let us know. Hit us at broker@goodmerger.com.